No one can make an intelligent decision without being properly informed. This is why this world wants to control the media. This is why media hype can take you up, take you down. So you don't know anymore who's really good, because the media can make a wicked man look good and make a good man look evil. That is why until the dawn, I can't quit. I'm like Saddam, keeping my eye on Clinton, watching each movie he makes. Cause every slither he takes sort of reminds.
I have to fix this. Can I get someone to fix this? Alright. Thank you. I'm gonna drop it. Sorry about that. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, and that Muhammad is his messenger. I greet you all in the greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. This is our original tongue in Arabic, and the proper response to all of you is Walaikum Salam, which means peace be unto you. My name is Sister Ladios Muhammad. I am not the main speaker today, but I would like to let you all know it is a privilege and honor to stand before the people of God. So thank you for this opportunity. As mentioned before, today our main speaker is Brother Student Minister Herman Muhammad. His topic is Muhammad's educational paradigm. So I'm excited to know what that's going to look like and what we're going to learn today. Now, obviously, right now in the house, right now it's all family, but I want to thank those who are virtually, who are tuning in and tapping in. Thank you for watching our channel and giving your time and attention to our lectures, because as you know, 75% of the work is just showing up. And I want to thank the believers for taking the time to be here today, because you did not have to be here. So I'm going to just delve right on in here. Praise be to Allah. So in the introduction of the official guide to the ministry, it states, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that if we do not act according with time, we cannot be successful. And when we are in harmony with the time, then the elements of the time, sun, moon, and star, act in our favor. So a Muslim must always keep purity of mind and cleanliness of body. So my question is, how do we keep purity of mind? How do we do that? Now, last week I talked about the importance of prayer and communication with Allah, but also to be purity of mind, maintaining our dietary habits that were implemented by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad provided us 2 books that will produce longevity of life. Now, I was doing a little research last night on melanin, and I was watching a lecture by Laila Africa, Dr. Laila Africa. May Allah be pleased with him. And he has a video on YouTube about the power of melanin and how melanin determines race. Melanin is a very large, complicated, and complex living molecule. Melanin deficiency has been connected for some time with various generic abnormalities and disease states. Melanin is something that each and every one of the black man and woman have. It is the chemical key to our life force. The more melanin you have, the more civilized you are, and it's not about the color. It's a genetic code within our being. So it doesn't matter if you're light or dark, it's the code that's in our being. The more melanin you have, the more civilized you are. The more psychic you are, the more information your brain can store, the faster the nerve transmissions are, the more range sound you can hear, so you can hear 4 ranges of sound that no other race can do. That's from melanin. You have more melanin, the more melanin you have, you can see what God has meant for you to see. The more melanin you have, you can absorb the food to the full flavor. That's why we can taste food, and that's why we combine food a certain type of way, differently from our other races and counterparts. Melanin is the chemical key to life. Melanin produces inside the body by the pineal gland. Everything comes from the deep, dark silence called melanin. Now, how did Allah create himself? Out of triple darkness. That is melanin. Melanin is at the center of every cell in our body. You cannot destroy melanin. Therefore, you cannot destroy the black man. Is that right?
That's right.
So that means you cannot destroy the black man and woman, and that also means how important we are. Now, Dr. Africa said that 3 to 5 years, the smartest scientists from Germany, Italy, France, and the U.S. get together in a private conversation that no other black scientists have ever been invited to study melanin. Wow. That was powerful to me, because in our study group on Friday, it was mentioned, and I've heard this several times, but it didn't process to Friday's night study lecture, about how the 24 scientists did not all agree with Alphonse and what Master Fard Muhammad was supposed to do. They were against that. And that they wanted to destroy us as a black people because they didn't think we were worthy. But Master Fard Muhammad thought we were worthy. And he knew there was something in us that was powerful. So, do you know who you are? Because they know who we are. The white people, that's why they study us. And this is how they destroy us, is through our food. In an Instagram post, Dr. Mark Hyman, he said, in juvenile detention centers, swapping junk food for healthy meals reduce violence by 97%. Food has a profound impact on behavior and mental health. If we applied this to schools, prisons, and other institutions, the results would be revolutionary. The pig is the chief cause of many of the ills and mental deficiencies occurring among the so-called American Negroes and any other people who eat it. So, in fact, the book of Leviticus 11, 7 through 8 says, and we talk about this pig, and the swine, though he divides the hoof and be cloven foot, yet he chew not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad in Book 2, 109, 110 said, according to the teachings of the God, the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, the pig is very poisonous. It contains poison that is that of a rattlesnake. The actual flesh of the hog is 999% poison, almost 1,000. So, yes, we are not to eat the dirty swine, and he provided books that are going to enhance us to become gods. That is a part of our melanin. So in the restrictive law of Islam by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on page 63, a question was proposed. Is eating more than one meal a day breaking a restrictive law? And the response was, it is not a law that you will be punished for. Your punishment is getting fat. Your punishment is getting ugly. Your punishment is dying early because you are eating yourself to death. It is better to put good foods in your system. Don't poison your system, because whatever you put in your system affects your brain. Your brain is affecting your stomach. Your stomach talks to your brain. It affects the pineal gland, which affects your melanin. They are putting foods to kill your melanin. It also affects the eggs of the sister, the sperm of the brothers. And we are killing our future generations by the way we are killing ourselves.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So listen, eliminating the pork is not going to extend your life. That ain't going to do it. Improper foods affects our spirituality and emotions. When you ingest these things, you are not aligned with the law. You are going against your own nature. You become angry easily. Your patience runs thin. Your mind is foggy. You got sleep problems, headaches, ailments, anxious, creativity, finances. It affects your finances. Listen, y'all think food does not affect your finances? If you don't feel good, you don't look good, you don't act good, don't nobody want to work with you. That's real. Foods affect your body and emotions. So let me tell you something. I've seen an Instagram post about a man who became a vegan, and he spent a lot of time in nature, and he was so tapped in that animals, all the animals, you know, the wolves, the bears, all of them just came up to him, and they were just like friends. Like, we just have a circle of animals. And then so he was like so fascinated. He wanted to, because he would do a lot of camping, he was so fascinated that he brought his friends to camp. Now, his friends were not vegans or vegetarians. They were meat eaters. No animals came near their camp. Not one. Not one. Animals are in tune with your aura. Animals are in tune with your spirit. You know, even when I found myself, I have 2 bunny rabbits, and they're very sensitive. If I eat some lamb, they will not go near me. They will run. Okay? And by the way, the messenger did not ask us to become vegans. We are to be vegetarians. This vegan is made by the white man. That is their diet. That is not ours. So the question is, what are you eating, and when are you eating? Excuse me, can someone please look in my black bag? There is Sister Minister Ava's book here. Thank you, Sister. Sister Minister Ava Muhammad, may Allah be pleased with her, in The Force and Power of Being. Thank you, Sister. On page 65. I'm going to read this to you. Most of us awaken each day with the thought of how nice it would be to go back to sleep. This puts the mind in a sedative condition. That is basically how we've been trained to move through our day. Tomorrow, wake up with enthusiasm, no matter how dark and gloomy the situation may be. Wake up with enthusiasm and spend the first hour after prayer feeding your mind with words of spiritual nutrition. Yes, that's what I said. The first hour after prayer. Don't greet the body with an egg McMuffin or pancakes. Hand me some of them pancakes and give me some of them waffles over there too. I'm not eating much today. Food is a sedative. That is why there is a Food and Drug Administration, because food is a drug, and when you eat 3 times a day, you just stay high. I'm gonna stop right there. So therefore, if you want to control somebody, just destroy their melanin. This is how our enemy controls us, through our food. Food can be a drug, or food can be medicine. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad provided us with 2 books that list all the foods that we can eat and stay away from, when we eat and when we fast, and how it is to be proven at no limited time that our dietary laws, if properly implemented, will minimize illnesses, sicknesses, and lengthen our lives and elevate us to be a God. The restrictive laws of Islam, let's go back to that question. They said, do we break the laws if we are not on 1 meal a day? So this is a follow-up to the answer of his first answer. He said, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, one day it will be, he will enforce eating 1 meal a day on his followers, so that's coming. In every mosque, there is going to be somebody assigned to teach how to eat to live. And your weight will be watched. And we'll ask you about your eating habits and encourage the believer to do what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad asked. Isn't that the way it should be? Now, we also make up excuses. Well, my schedule's off. I work nights, I work days, I work 12 hours. Listen, the best time is 4 and 6. But in How to Eat to Live, it said eat every 24 hours, period. So there's no excuses. You know, man can only attain what he strives for. Right. Is that correct? That's right. I heard Brother Nuri said in the most recent lecture, he said, trying is just an attempt with an escape clause. So we got to stop trying. We got to strive. He says striving is when you continuously do something, and then when the struggle gets hard, you push through it. Right. So we got to stop trying to eat 1 meal a day and start striving to eat 1 meal a day. Right. And with that, I hope I said something that will ignite and inspire you to be a better person today than you were yesterday. Yeah. May Allah continue to bless you with the light of understanding. And I want to bring up our beautiful student minister, Minister Herman Muhammad. I greet you as I came. Assalamu alaikum.
Praise be to Allah. Can we keep it going for Sister Ladios? Keep it going. Praise be to Allah. Let me adjust this. Right up here. Praise be to Allah. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. As students of religion, as citizens of this wonderful planet that we call Earth, we thank Allah for all of his worthy servants and messengers and prophets and sages and great ones. And we thank him for all of the scriptures that they brought, and we don't make any distinction between any of them. So we thank Allah for Abraham and Moses and Noah and Lot and the Israelite prophets. We thank Allah for Jesus and his disciples and the revelation of the Injil, the gospel. We thank Allah for Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah of 1400 years ago and the divine revelation of the Holy Quran. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon them all. As students of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we can never thank Allah enough for his divine intervention in our affairs. And y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about black people trapped in the hells of North America. For God came in the divine person of Master Fard Muhammad and raised one from amongst us, a Georgia-born black man who only went to the 3rd or the 4th grade of school. But we're going to talk a lot about him today. He has become the most powerful human being to ever walk the planet besides God himself. He is the exalted Christ and the one who sits at the right hand of God as we speak. He is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. If I would be totally remiss though if I didn't thank Allah for the one that I'm striving to represent to you today. A leader in the absence of the leader, a teacher in the absence of the teacher, a guide in the absence of the guide. A beautiful human being who we're striving to represent, we're striving to live up to the example that he has set forth for us. the Messiah in our midst.
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. It is in their names that we greet you in the nation's greetings of peace. Of course, we say Assalamu alaikum. How's everyone doing? All praise is due to Allah. To him doing fine by Allah's grace. Striving to make my word my bond. The brothers had to go, huh? Couldn't stay. Got that hot, that quick.
Kidnapped them from the gas station.
Okay. Well, praise be to Allah. For those in the virtual audience who are watching, for all things Nation of Islam, go to noi.org to get the latest and the greatest, the biggest and the baddest, blackest and the boldest news you can use, the world famous Final Call newspaper. Go to finalcalldigital.com. And for all things Nation of Islam, go to noidenver.org. Our subject today, because we're running up on, we already in it, school time. Right? And we were hoping to, and hopefully some people will still come. We're going to give away some backpacks and some school supplies. But in that vein, our subject today is Muhammad's educational paradigm. Muhammad's educational paradigm. And this comes up, of course, because in our Friday night study class, our study material has been a new educational paradigm, right? A study guide put out for us by our beloved minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And in it, the minister lays out so much. Oh man, you really need to become a part of that study if you have not studied that study guide, because it is extremely powerful. But we want to talk about Muhammad's educational paradigm very specifically because we're talking about the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. No disrespect to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when he came, he brought a complete educational system.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Right? And we get twisted because, and it's very interesting because, we mentioned in the opening all the time that he only went to he completed the 3rd grade, went into the 4th, but he didn't finish the 4th grade. How is someone who is not learned, so the scripture says, he has not lettered, but he's learned. How is a person who only went to the 4th grade of school able to teach anybody anything?
Come on now.
All praise is due to Allah. All they have to do is be taught by God.
Facts, man.
Then you can teach anybody anything that you want to teach them. But let's go into a few things just to lay a foundation as to what education is, what we understand education to be, and what it actually is, what it should be. Okay, so education. Education is the process, according to Webster, of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university. The process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university. Systematic. That's very important. That key word, systematic. There's an educational system that we all go through, right? It starts at kindergarten, which is very interesting. And it goes up through 12th grade, which will be considered our primary education. Our systematic instruction, especially at a school or university. The etymology, however, is a little bit different. Education originates from the Latin word educatio, which is derived from the verbs educere and educere. Educere generally means to train or to mold, while educere means to lead out or to bring forth. Right? So the true purpose of education is not only to train or to mold you in a certain way, but it is actually to lead out that which God has already deposited in. Right? That's the true purpose of education. Paradigm, because we're using these big words. Muhammad's educational paradigm. A paradigm, by definition, a typical example or pattern of something, a model. The etymology is the same. It literally means to show side by side or to compare. A model, right? An educational model is what we want, right? Muhammad's educational paradigm or his educational model. What does Muhammad do differently than the enemy?
Come on.
Because, you know, you might ask the question, those watching might ask the question, well, Brother Herman, what's your educational level? They might, right? If I'm talking about education, teaching somebody, they're going to ask, well, brother, what's your educational level?
We'll ask.
They might ask, right? Well, I matriculated through.
Taking all these words.
All the way through the 12th grade of school, right? 1 year of college. Then I went to barber school. I'm a professional barber now.
Oh, yeah. You gotta tell them. You gotta
You know what
tell
I'm saying? And you know, I'm an instructor as well. So that's the depth or the length of my so-called education or formal education in this world. However, comma, I am a student and have been a student in the University of Islam for 35 years. All praises due to Allah. I'll take that one over that other one any day, brother. Put it in perspective. Malcolm X, who many of you all admire, was only in the class for 10 years. Think that over now. Think that over. Brother Gerald been in for how many years, Brother Gerald? 40? 40 years, man. All praises due to Allah. Brother Asar, like 40 plus. He in the first red. Praise be to Allah. So look, this educational system that we grow through in Muhammad's University of Islam far exceeds anything that the devil could give us. Are y'all all right? Because the reality is that the devil's educational system was implemented for a reason.
Absolutely.
The reason was it was only to make you a better worker bee.
That's right. That's right.
That is it. That is all. They are not trying to bring forth any of the gifts and the talents that you naturally have, except that it serve them.
Tell the truth.
They don't care about it serving you. They only care about it if it serves them, right? So the model that we have, of course, we go through, again, kindergarten through 12th grade. It's an agrarian system. Anyone know what agrarian means?
No, sir.
Agrarian means that it's based upon farming. is based upon cultivation of the land. So in an agrarian system of education, during the fall and the winter months, you're going to be going to school because there are no crops to cultivate and to harvest, right? So to this very day, you start going to school in September, right? During the fall. Then by the time summer comes around, spring and summer comes around, you're getting ready to get out because now we're planting.
Spring break. Go ahead, brother.
We're planting, right? The crops grow throughout the summer, right? You gotta harvest it at the end of the summer, then you go right back to school.
I never knew that. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Agrarian system. However, man, most of us don't even know where food comes from. Somebody asked you, you ask one of these babies where beef come from, they be like, the grocery store.
That's right.
That's terrible.
Where cauliflower come from? First off, what is cauliflower? They don't even know what that is. But they don't know that it grows out of the ground, right? They don't know how to garden or how to farm because that's not something the educational system began when the country began, believe it or not. But it was, for the most part, they didn't require for children to go to school, right? You can go to school or you didn't go to school. It didn't really much matter. They didn't have a complete educational system, right? But it wasn't until the early 20th century, 1902, in fact, that a person by the name of J.D. Rockefeller.
Come on, name, brother. Come on, brother.
Began to help the government fund a national educational system. Think that over now. Now, why would Mr. Rockefeller want to fund an educational system? It's not because he cared about our babies and what they were going to learn and he wanted them to be the most productive citizens in the world. No. It was because J.D. Rockefeller is one of the richest men at that time on the planet. Right?
Yes, sir.
And he's also one of the ones that Mustafa Muhammad saw himself pushing into the lake of fire.
Yes, sir. Lake of fire.
But J.D. Rockefeller was interested in the educational system because, again, in his mind, his vision was to make us better worker bees. Right? So they had he's at the same time he's helping to institute the educational system, he's also formulating, listen to what I'm saying, this is very important, the 40-hour work week.
Lord have mercy.
Bruh. They wanted to make us into better workers. And so the current educational system just is the same as it was then. We don't educate people to their gifts and to their talents. We give them a certain amount of material. We put them in a classroom setting with 39 to 40 other students, and we put that in front of them, give them certain assignments, test them on it at the end of the week. If you do well with regards to your memorization, then you score an A. If you do bad, then you don't score an A. Right? You get something else.
Come on.
But they judge your intelligence based upon memorization and indoctrination. That ain't the way God works. Is that right?
No, sir.
So, Allah said it would be so in the scriptures. We always got to give you some scripture because this is coming from the Lord of the world. In the book of Genesis, it says two nations This is prophecy now. 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 peoples from within you shall be divided. The one shall be stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. See, this is a prophetic picture of black people trapped under the yoke of white people. 2 nations are in your womb, right? And the 2 peoples from within you shall be divided. At some point, we're going to be separated.
Absolutely.
It's happening right now.
Absolutely. That's right.
Right? But one is stronger than the other, and the older shall serve the younger. See, white people, and we hate, look, when I said this in a lecture and posted it online, and I got some blowback. They like, black people ain't never been, man, you better take a look at what's going on.
That's right, yeah.
I know that by nature, the original man absolutely is stronger than the Caucasian.
Come on, man.
Without doubt.
Right.
But what happens when you're robbed of your nature?
That's right. Go ahead.
What happens when they destroy you? For 400 years. You become acting other than yourself. Now, man, they can't make a Muslim into a slave.
No,
That's
sir.
right.
No, sir.
They can't make a God into a slave, right? But if you never knew that you was a God, yeah, you can be made into a slave.
Yes, that's right.
And that's exactly what happened to us. The Caucasian became stronger.
Absolutely.
He was given, according to the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, time to rule.
Come on.
If he got time to rule, yeah, he's stronger.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And the older shall serve the younger. Speaks to it. We are the ancient of days. The original man don't have no birth record. He has no beginning nor ending. But we serve in white folks. Think that over. Every day.
That's right. That's right.
Going to work every day, punching that clock. Click, click. Serving white folks. It's tough, man, but it's real. It's what it is, exactly. And we coming up. All praises due to Allah. Another scripture. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Man, I'm gonna say that again. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's right.
That's us. That has to be.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. See, this is important too, because that's prophecy. Thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. Woo! That's rough. That's rough. But again, it's real. When we reject the knowledge, man, what happens to us?
Yeah.
What happens to like the Quran says, when the dog returns to its vomit? Man. See, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Muhammad's educational paradigm, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is that Muhammad, was raised amongst us to teach us the true knowledge of self.
Right.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
The true knowledge of self. The true knowledge of the enemy. The true knowledge of the time and what must be done. The true knowledge of God.
Come on.
The true knowledge of God and self, he put those things together. Right? Why?
Go ahead.
Because God is self.
Come on.
And self is God.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
Man, y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
See, the knowledge of self is actually the perfect educational paradigm.
Talk about that.
It's actually the perfect educational model that must be present in any system that we create.
That's right. Come on.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Look. Everything begins with Allah.
That's right.
Everything begins with Allah. So why would you not include God in your educational system?
Come on,
Why not? Come on, brother. Why not?
brother.
Just think about it, man. I mean, in this country, you know what I'm saying? I dare you mention God. I wish you would. They're going to run you up out of there so quick and make your head spin. Because there is a separation between church and state.
That's right.
Right? They don't want you teaching nobody about God. But you can't leave him out and have an educational system that will truly serve the people and cause the people to grow into what it is that God wants them to be. So by taking God out of your educational system, you're actually sentencing your nation to death.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why the America was, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad could say with certainty that we were in the fall of America. God is nowhere in it. Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Man. When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad started teaching us a message to the black man, the first thing that he taught us, I'm going to just read the first chapter, the title of the first chapter. The first thing he taught us was Allah is God.
Answer the question.
And then he asked the question, who is that mystery God?
Come on.
So he was telling us with a certainty that Allah is God and that we have been taught wrong. Right? The second chapter.
Come on with it, brother. Teach.
Just the titles alone.
Just the title. Who is that mystery God? Part 2. Right? He really wants us to know that, listen, these people really taught you all wrong.
That's right. Come on now.
There is no mystery God. Allah is God. And that Allah, he gonna get to it a little bit later, is a man.
Yeah.
Y'all all right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Worship that they know not what.
Next chapter. Is God a spirit or a man?
Come on, buddy.
Question mark, right? Then the next chapter. The coming of God. Is he a spirit or a man?
Come on.
Can't come and be just a spirit.
Building on it.
He's just building on, this is education. The origin of God
Go ahead.
as a spirit and not a man. Now he's going to show you again how this man taught us with a miseducation that God was a spirit and not a man. Y'all all right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Now here we come to the real educational paradigm.
Come on with it.
The coming of the Son of Man, the great Mahdi.
That's a whole lot of light.
Now he done already dispelled the myths about God being a spirit. Tells you that God is a man. This is all in your educational system. Then he tells you that who that God man is. The Mahdi, the Son of Man, Master Fard Muhammad. See, he's building us up, right? He's educating us. Are y'all all right?
Yes,
He wants us to know, though, that even though this man is God, that he is, in fact, a man. And that he has all of the frailties, all of the everything that makes a man a man. He's human, right? He could be injured. Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
He could actually die. The flesh part, is that right?
Right.
He's trying to despookify us.
Teach Muhammad. Despookify. We need that word, brother.
That's right.
Then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is such a master teacher that he gives us 6 words that he received from his teacher. And he says these are a formula for us to become who it is that we need to become. He says, accept your own and be yourself.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Who is mine?
After he told you who God is, right? He said, accept your own and be yourself. Now here is where the real process of education begins. Because now we like, okay, now he's teaching me that I'm a Muslim, right? He's teaching me that's the true nature of me. So now I know, okay, I'm supposed to stand upright. I'm supposed to eat certain things. I'm supposed to pray. I'm supposed to fast. I'm supposed to live my life in a certain way. Right?
Yes, sir.
And we all could do that, right?
Sure can.
And that is accepting our own. But what about being yourself?
Come with it.
Right? Because our own, we all, inshallah, God willing, we all righteous Muslims, right? Or striving to be. Sister Ladio, striving to be.
That's right.
But who is yourself? See, a righteous Muslim is right and exact. However, everyone's who is yourself, their answer is going to be different.
Right.
True. Yes, sir.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Because I can't rap like Brother Mordecai. Can't do it. That ain't myself. I can't act like Sister Latios. Can't do it. That ain't myself. I don't have the gifts that Brother Ansar has. I don't have the gifts that Brother Bush or Sister Tracy or Brother Afsar, anybody in the room has. I don't have those gifts. That's not myself. I gotta exhibit my gifts.
Come on. Go ahead. Teach. Yes.
Come on.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes.
So this is a process that leads to self-discovery.
Teach Muhammad.
Because listen, fam, if we don't know that we're righteous Muslims, if we don't know that we're made in the image and likeness of God, if we don't know that God has deposited something in each and every one of us, then truly, 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 we can never be our true self.
Right.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes.
So the new educational paradigm has to begin with the knowledge of God and the knowledge of self. Man, y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So the Quran says this. This is so beautiful. Allah will raise those who have believed among you and those who are given knowledge by degrees. And Allah is well acquainted with what you do.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, right? He will raise those who have believed among you and those who are given knowledge by degrees. See, you can't come into this classroom, all praise is due to Allah, and get it in an hour.
No, sir. No, sir.
Right? You can't get it in a year. You can't get it in 10. You can't get it. You couldn't get it in 1,000. Are y'all hearing what I'm saying? So we're given this knowledge by degrees. Everything that Allah created is a word. So just think about it, man. Like, how much do you have to learn to become a surgeon? Got learn a lot, right? How much do you have to learn to become a chemical engineer? How much do you have to learn to become a nurse practitioner, right? How much do you have to learn to become aerospace engineer or a rocket scientist, right? That's a lot, right? And if we were to throw all them things together, man, you couldn't do that, just those things in a lifetime.
Come on. Yes, sir.
So Allah says in the Holy Quran that if all the trees were as pens and all the seas with 7 more added to it were as ink, it never exhausts the wisdom of Allah. All praises due to Allah. But the beginning of wisdom is that knowledge of yourself. So Allah gives it to us in degrees, right? Degree by degree. So I'm saying I've been in the classroom for 35 years, but the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been in the classroom for 70.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So, this knowledge that we get, it begins with that knowledge itself.
Go ahead.
And once you begin to study yourself, did y'all hear what I said?
Yes, sir.
Once you begin to study yourself.
That's right.
How can you know yourself if you don't study yourself?
Teach, Muhammad. Teach, Muhammad.
Think that over. You know, Brother Minister Abdul Wazir, may Allah be pleased with him. He used to say to me, he used to come out all the time, and he used to say, brother, you know, if you really want to know somebody, you got to study them. You have to study them when they were coming up in their short pants, he would say, as a child.
Teach, Muhammad.
Because everything that happens to us as a child that shapes us, up until the point where we're 6 years old.
Come on.
Remember, Master Fard Muhammad saw himself pushing them people in the lake of fire when he was 6 years old. By the time you're 6 years old, you've really been shaped into actually who you're going to be.
That's right.
So if you really want to know somebody, you got to find out a little bit about their childhood.
Yes, sir.
That will explain to you why they do certain things they do today.
Facts, brother.
That's a fact. If a person was the youngest or the second youngest or the third youngest of 15 children, and you find that they talk a lot and they talk really loud today, it's because they were trying to get attention
Yes.
amongst them 15 children.
That's me. Come on.
That's correct.
You hear what I'm saying? So, in looking at self, it's the same thing. Like, how were you when you were 6 years old? What were you dealing with? What were the circumstances that surrounded your family life?
Yes, sir.
Right? Because that is shaping you today. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he said so many things. But he said he wouldn't throw away the education of this world if it serves you. But he said that he was for the acquiring of knowledge to benefit self.
Come on. Get knowledge.
Y'all all right? Watch this. Everybody got this book, right?
Yes, sir. Get knowledge.
Look at the messenger. He says, I am for the acquiring of knowledge or the accumulating of knowledge, as we now call it, education. First, my people must be taught the knowledge of self. Then and only then will they be able to understand others and that which surrounds them. Anyone who does not have knowledge of self is considered a victim of either amnesia or unconsciousness and is not very competent. That's powerful. The lack of knowledge of self is a prevailing condition among my people here in America. Gaining the knowledge of self makes us unite into a greater unity. Knowledge of self makes you take on the virtue of learning. I don't know why I got heat there, but the virtue of learning, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's very powerful. Anyone who doesn't have a knowledge of self is considered a victim of either amnesia or unconsciousness and is not very competent.
Come on.
Are y'all listening?
Yes, sir. That's us, man. That's our people.
We can't understand others around us if we don't have the knowledge of self. Think about that. Look, the reason why the people aren't flooded into this joint, we aren't busted at the seams, is because most of our people don't understand who they're surrounded by.
That's right.
Think that over.
That's real.
Gangsters.
They're surrounded by straight up devils.
Teach Muhammad. Teach Muhammad.
But they don't understand it. If they understood it, they would be here.
That's right. They sure would.
So we say that those people are dead. That those people are asleep. Right? That they're blind, deaf, and dumb. Because they don't have the knowledge of self. So they're a victim of either amnesia or unconsciousness.
That's right.
And not very competent. That's a heck of a thing to not be competent. Because in that word competent, that's a very powerful word. That means you're not mentally able to do a certain thing. Honorable Elijah Muhammad, man, as a scientist, brothers and sisters.
Third grade education.
Straight up. Third grade education.
Come on.
Look, he continues. And I love this part. My people should get an education which will benefit their own people, and not an education adding to the storehouse of their teacher. We need an education, but an education which removes us from the shackles of slavery and servitude. Get an education, but not an education which leaves us in an inferior position and without a future. Get an education, but not an education that leaves us looking to the slave master for a job.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Talk about
Purposeful education.
Yes.
Don't be adding to the storehouse of your teacher, because you know who your teacher has been. Your teacher has been your enemy.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, sir. That's interesting.
Man, look, man. This is a beautiful wisdom. Muhammad's educational paradigm is a model that always puts God first. Because God, Allah, is the author of everything.
That's what you learn from when you're getting here.
I mean, think about that. How are we going to take God out of school when God is the author of everything?
Only reality.
Talk about that, brother. Come on.
He's the only reality. reality.
Yes.
That's hard for us to grasp. That's hard for us to grasp. That Allah is the only reality. Because, we look at each other like, man, I'm real. This is real. Okay. Okay.
Talk about it.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You gotta keep talking about him.
Come on, man.
Yes.
He taught that Allah, God, created himself. Sister said it right. Out of triple stage darkness, that a light sparked and he began to rotate. And he created himself. First thing he created was brains. I don't know how that went. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Six period.
That's it.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Originator. That's it.
Six period.
But he created himself, and that this happened, we don't know when, because wasn't nobody there to record the time.
That's right.
But way over 76 trillion years ago.
Yeah, that's right.
And that if we look at, that's why we say Allah is the only reality. If we look at that 76 trillion years as a line of time, and you put your 50 or 60 years on it.
That ain't a long time. That ain't a long time.
Well, like, where are we gonna see you? We not seeing. Okay.
Yeah, ever living.
But Allah, there have been human beings that have come onto the planet and left the planet and come up and went back down and come up and went back down and come up and went back down that whole time. But Allah's the only constant.
Yes, sir.
See, everything is illusory. Everything comes and goes. An illusion is real at the time that you see it. Right?
Yeah, come on. That's deep.
I think about it all the time. I miss my mother because my mother passed away. I miss my father because my father passed away when I was like 15. And my father was larger than life. He was, one of the biggest things in my world at that time. But he not here no more.
All right.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And I don't remember the sound of his voice. Think about that.
Yes, sir.
I don't remember the sound of his voice, but he was major in my life. He was real.
All right. Yeah.
But everything is illusory.
Yeah, go ahead.
Allah is the only reality. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Listen, we were talking about in our restrictive law / student ministry class. We were asking the question because we say a lot of things. And a lot of times we say things and we don't really know what we're saying.
That's right.
Right? We might not have a full grasp.
Yes, sir.
And so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, in terms of my teaching, Muhammad's educational paradigm,
Come on.
he said, whatever I say, piece apart every word. Parse it. Right? Why did he put the there? Right? Why did he put the A in that spot? Why did he use this particular word and it don't seem to make much sense? See, you have to go to the root of everything the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says. He said he didn't deal with a branch knowledge.
All right. Yes, sir.
Because branch knowledge get you into trouble.
Yes, sir.
He go to the root of everything.
That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So we refer to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as many things, right? As the exalted Christ, the messenger. We say he's the eternal leader of the nation of Islam. Y'all all right? And so I asked the brothers and the sisters the question in the class. I'm like, what makes him the eternal leader?
Keep studying.
That's a good question, right?
That's right.
If Master Fard Muhammad came and he's the one who taught the most honorable for 3.5 years, why is not Master Fard Muhammad the eternal leader?
Teachings. Good question.
That's a good question, right?
Right.
Because if we say something, we should understand what we're saying.
That's right. That's right.
Right? Because eternal means forever.
Yeah, that's right.
Is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad going to live forever?
No, sir.
No, sir. Is Master Fard Muhammad going to live forever? No, sir. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he would live approximately 400 years. He didn't say how long he would live, but we know he lives. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Physically. Let me be clear.
Yes. He is here.
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said of his teacher, Master Fard Muhammad, we're talking about being the eternal leader of the Nation of Islam. He said of his teacher that his teacher was a scientist. And scientists speak in formula.
That's right.
Right? E equals MC squared.
Yes, sir.
Work equals force times distance. These are scientific formulas. Accept your own and be yourself. That is a scientific formula. There's more to it than the words. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we said it, went up to the 4th grade of school but did not finish. But he was taught by Master Fard Muhammad for 3.5 years, approximately 40 months. His ministry among us lasted 40 years. 40 months, 40 years. Now understand, Master Fard Muhammad made himself known July 1930, correct?
Yes.
Does anyone know when he met with the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad? September 1931, right?
Yes, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was not the only one that he taught.
That's right. That's right.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
He had a whole ministry class. And at one point, he chose the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad to be the head of the ministry class. The ministers had chosen others other than the Honorable Elijah Muhammad because they didn't think that the messenger spoke well.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
We're talking about the eternal leader. When Master Fard Muhammad leaves, controversy erupts.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Controversy erupts because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad knew his teacher better than anyone else in the classroom.
Yes, sir.
So at the time they were calling Master Fard Muhammad the Prophet W.D. Fard. They was calling him all sorts of different names, right?
Right.
It was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that man was God in person.
That's right. What he said.
Teachings.
Y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He said that man was God in person, and I am the messenger of Allah.
Come on with it, bro. Talk.
That caused controversy. So much so that people wanted to kill the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Dangerous.
His own brother.
That's right.
His blood brother.
Wow.
So he went on the run. Not out of fear of them killing him. But it was his youngest brother. One of them was one of the chief hypocrites who wanted to kill him.
Wow. Yes, sir.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad ran and began raising up mosques. Everywhere he touched down, a mosque sprung up.
Come on. That's right.
Out of fear of what Allah would do to his brother.
That's right.
So his running was an act of protection of his own brother.
That's right. Come on.
Wow.
And the people.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Are y'all hearing what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So he began teaching that Master Fard Muhammad was God himself.
That's right.
Those were his teachings. Are y'all hearing me?
Yes, sir.
So we got this book, Message to the Black Man. Who's it written by? We got Fall of America, written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We got How to Eat to Live, books 1 and 2, written by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, right? We got The Supreme Wisdom, lessons, questions given by Master Fard Muhammad, but who answered them?
This is the one.
See, this is the teaching that we stand upon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
He is the eternal leader. He only got 3.5 years, y'all.
With God. Come on, man. Come on.
But he said, I'm a scientist just like my father was a scientist.
right.
So he built on what Master Fard Muhammad gave him.
That's right.
He's the eternal leader amongst us because he's the first one to be made a God amongst us.
Go ahead.
Say that.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All praise is due to Allah.
Go ahead.
He became a master himself. And he sits at the side of the master as we speak. You say, where he at? Wherever he want to be. Right?
Yeah.
Wherever he want to be, that's where he at. Is he on the plane? I don't know. He might be in them apartments right next door.
That's right.
Ain't no telling where he at, but he owned everything.
That's right.
Better tell him.
Think about that, man. Man, y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Listen, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, his star student, and we're gonna land this plane. Our newest study guide, we mentioned it a little bit earlier, is entitled A New Educational Paradigm. A new educational model. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan lays it out, man, in a beautiful way. Like, and we already have the model. We really do. Muhammad's University of Islam, not only in Chicago, but all over the country, produces, I'm not going to say some of the, I'm going to say the most brilliant students in the entire country.
Facts.
Listen, man, we just came back from that symphonic ensemble, Sounds of Harmony. These babies play beautifully. I mean, they are, I can't even describe it. And you can't record it. It's one of them type deals. You get jammed, you get recorded. You get caught recording it because it's that good. Like, they don't want you putting none of that stuff online because they're gonna make some money down the line. You know what I'm saying? So we already have the model. But the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said this in that study guide. He said, and this sums everything up, God is the true educator. None of us can afford to leave him out. We have to challenge the educational system to come. Wait, let me say that again. We have to challenge the educational system, this world, to come out of it. That is what the Bible teaches. Come out of her. If they don't want to recognize God, why recognize them? All praise is due to Allah. All praise is due to Allah. God is the true educator, family. And so the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's educational paradigm is absolutely the model, right? And like I said, we're already producing the most brilliant students. But whatever field of endeavor that you are in, whatever area of expertise you master, this should be your foundation.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right.
This should be your foundation. The teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad should be the model to which you hold everything up to.
Standard.
It's the standard.
Criteria.
You can study whatever you want to study, and that's cool. But if it don't agree with what he taught,
come on with it. Come on with it.
You should let that ride. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was taught by God himself.
Yes.
And he was asked by one of his ministers in his ministry class, the Dean of Ministers, how do you know? Right? At one point, that what you say is the truth. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad replied that if I say it, brother, Allah will make it the truth.
That's right. That's called having juice. You gonna make it true. Yes, sir. Wow.
And listen, I've studied and I read this book numerous times, but every time I pick it up, you find something new. It's revelatory, it's revelation, right? Because it's a living word, because we serve a living God.
That's right.
Who's in power right now and exercising power. And I don't know about you all. I was saying this yesterday to the believers, but we're living in some very, very dark and weird times. Like, it's just strange, right? And your boy Donald Trump, this man is showing out, man. He's showing his natural behind. He is it's every day, man. And in terms of education, this
Come on.
this man this man is now talking about rewriting Black history.
Yes, that's
Not even his own
about it. Don't know it and trying to be right.
Don't know it.
But anything unfavorable that makes white America look bad, he wants to remove from history. So the exhibit that everybody wants to see, and it's a phenomenal exhibit in Washington, D.C. I've never been there, but I've heard. They even have a Nation of Islam exhibit in the exhibit.
Wow.
He wants to take that out.
It's racist.
Because anything that does not lend to American exceptionalism, he does not want to let fly anymore. Do y'all know what the concept of American exceptionalism is?
Slavery, Jim Crow.
And it's actually a real thing. It makes them it's why they go and they feel like they could police everyone in the world. The American exceptionalism says that because America is a place where they have freedoms that no other people in the world have, that they basically can tell everybody else what to do.
light of the world.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, brother Ahmad. We are not free at all. Not up in this piece. But it lends to that argument. But this is this has been a really good talk. All praise to Allah. Man, I'm gonna leave y'all like greeting y'all in peace. Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah. And so we Thanks for watching, you guys. We both love and appreciate you for doing so, but we need for you to take some action and do us 1 or 2 or maybe 3 more favors. And that is, go ahead and smash that like button, share it if you really dig the video, and also subscribe. That way you'll get a bell ding, a notification every time we post something, and it also helps us with regards to the algorithm that your people like to run. So go ahead and do that, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.